What do you think about Math saying he's considering quitting the podcast game?
Listen, man. I got what advice I got for man? Advice, listen, just make that blog and apologize to me, man. Just say apologize, yo. I didn't make no fake paperwork on Joe. Just say that. Like, say that. That's all I ever wanted. I liked Mav before, man, before all of that, man.
No, but he's saying that he believes he's one of the best rappers in the world, that he has what it takes to make a really great album.
Like every other rapper, I think he got skills. I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
But do you rock with his music like that? Because I know you watch his show, right?
I like some of his new music. I don't pump it in my thumb. I hear it when his show comes on, when I used to listen.
I know, but people going crazy in the comments.
I don't think he got nothing that crossed over, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, crossed over ever to the real hip hop side, where people are like this, yo, that new Math shit is banging. You know, I don't think he's that. I think he got the potential to make it happen. I think he does. I think, you know, I think he's a good addition to the hip hop culture. I thought that was. But when I see he was moving the way the Beluga's moving, stop backing up, you know what I'm saying, like false things and doing narratives behind the scenes that affects other rappers. And you got a podium, you got yourself in a position. Now you got a chance. And not to say everybody, I'm not saying that, but the ones that are real honey, that kept it 100 in the hip hop culture, like myself, that you're supposed to have respect for the talent and the actual physicality of how I went through this game and my story without putting no taint on it or taking sides on it. I mean, that would have been the right route for you, you know, that I believe that he could have went. But instead he attached himself to a beluga that was dirty and, you know, and now he owes the beluga forever, he says. He said, I'm forever indebted to him. So
I think they got a diss track on you.
They don't never. I don't think they will say my name. They know what I'm about. As far as lyrically, they know I will eat all the asses up. They know that. You know what I'm saying? Don't if you diss me, don't try to say, oh yeah, I have to put the fire in Cuban so he could show you. You know, you didn't help me. You didn't help me. So don't try to put me in a bad situation for me to come out Superman. I did that many times. But at the end of the day, you know, the skills that I possess, you know, I got to show the world still, and you know, I still love this hip hop shit, but. Me, with the pen and pad, ain't nobody fucking with me, man.
That's crazy, though. People in the comments of his videos, though, they always say, yo, this is crazy how you put your music's first 2 minutes of each video and the last 2 minutes of each video. People be like saying like, oh, you just hit the skip button for 6 times and then you get to the beginning of the video of when the interview starts. They get mad. People be getting mad about his music, bro.
Listen, man. I don't want to applaud nobody's downfall, except maybe the Belugas.
Right.
Maybe that's because, you know, I'm against that. So they applauded. If they're applauding his downfalls because they're applauding my uprise, which was with the truth. It's the only reason I applaud that situation. But as far as Math, man, I like the show. I like this shit.
Yeah, that's why I think that it would be a mistake for him to quit his podcast.
No, quit. Fuck out of here. You know, fuck out of here. He already showed me it was fake, so quit. Unless you apologize for everything that you did wrong. In my situation, with the whole shit, with the paperwork, trying to make me look crazy with Nori, the baloney smoker too, drunk as fuck.
I'm talking about a personal mistake for him. I don't think it'd be a good move for him to quit. He stuck his foot in
his mouth. That's what happened. They both little demons got together, him and Joe, and they fucked each other up. They did. They headbutted each other, and the FBA saw it. And, you know, they try to do the whole snap it on the wrong person. So they disrespected the whole, you know, the whole lineage. And now they gotta suffer. You know what I'm saying? I suffered for nothing. I just stood up for the right thing and I did my own thing on the right way and everything. I suffered though. I had people blackball me and everybody got word around without me knowing that this whole shit was, you know, everybody's against me on a low, like I'm the fucking black, you know, ugly duckling. So I took it, right? I took it. Now, if you're a real one and you can survive that, and you got talented enough, and you got ideas like that, that's gonna, you know, what I'm saying, be good for the culture, and they're gonna enjoy it. Then keep on with your creativity. Shut the fuck up, because you did the other word you asked for. Creativity, right? Creativity, right?
Right.
Of creativity. Okay. Yo, so, you know, if you're talented like that, it's going to show. You know, it's going to show. If you got away with words, you know, you still get, you know, people to come to your spot and you could interview them. be like you, a real journalist for once. You know what I'm saying? Panda chop. Look, started with nothing. Had a story, one fucking little story. You know what I'm saying? Ugly duckling, the ugly link at the time.
Ugly Link.
You know, and he interviewed a real individual, real artist. I gave him the real stories. He put me in the journey of his questionnaires that he asked me to write questions in a professional manner. Added with the friendship, with the laughter, with the comedy, with the seriousness, and with the revolution part of it. You know what I'm saying? About trying to really do something positive for the culture and what was wrong with the culture. And we just dissected it with just my story. And then we went and, we just still doing our things. But as far as journalism work, these people that are in these positions of high value that are out there with millions of fucking subscribers, you got to look back at a guy like a Panda, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a real journalist. They could tell you take this work seriously. You work and you do this because you love it. You want a change. You do volunteer work in your community. You're a person of positive. You want positive things to come out, and you're looking to fix things instead of break things, and to unite instead of divide. Because even in our situations, you asked me about Joe. It's not like you out here just bashing Joe. It's just questions that I'm sure that you feel like personally, like, yo, word, Joe, why you did this? Why you didn't do that? And you just putting that together in your podcast, and you ask questions, and you rep me because I'm battle tested. You already seen what I'm about. And so we don't have to be day ones or nothing, but you seen with my honor, my integrity, and my truth stance. You proved it. You went against everybody. You're already on your own, on the low. That's the best because you're from grassroots. So you already proved that. I don't need to prove nothing else unless I change on you, like the fucking beluga later, and I start doing that. Or you change on me, but I doubt that will happen. So I
Right.
doubt that will happen because at the end of the day, we got nothing to gain but good shit from this, and we respect the roots of it. And that's all it is, man. That's God sent to me. You know what I'm saying? I thank you, brother. Like I always did. So I feel you one of the, not just because you close to me and you're my friend. I'm telling you, you're one of the real journalists that, lasted the fucking journalists that are out here. Because everybody's else are sold out. They have, of course, money. But even when it's money, like
Last of the Johikans.
last the journalist, yeah, well,
Journalicans.
journalists, yeah, journalists. But yeah, man. So and I'm sure we're making a lot of noise. Regardless how many props they want to give us, I'm sure you get your little black belt still because you always back me up in certain things, and you do it in a sophisticated, respectable, honorable way. It's not like you out there just throwing my name. You know what I tell you is true because you've seen it, and I pride in giving you that truth because I want to guide you of anything, not to get caught up in what I've been caught up. You know what I'm saying? So that's we could, help each other. But you're dope. You're a dope ass journalist, man, and everybody sees it. Everybody that always comments on like my stuff, what I'm saying, they always got a lot of respect for you, and they have to because you earned it. It's not like I gave you everything. What I'm saying? Just because I was the name brand, I was the Cuban Link, the artist, and you came out of nowhere with no name, and I made you. No, it's never like that with me, and I always treated you with the dogs. You have a niche for journalism, and it's like you went to college for this shit or something, and it's proven. You know what I'm saying? It's proven, man. You're dope at what you're doing. I appreciate you.
I will say though that I think that having your cosign gives the street guys more of a willingness to give me a chance though, to hear me out and like, you know what I mean? Because like they respect you so much.
But you
They
got
respect you so much.
you got the best. But you got the best of both worlds. I think the streets give you a lot of props because you first of all you linked up with me,
Right.
so that's the extra. Like you going against the whole odds. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as they could say they hate Cuban and they could bash me, they love me. They know I'm about the truth. And they know my situation, how blackballed I've been. So for somebody to come like you, the professionalism you expose, and then you add it with me, and we tell a story the way we do it, and we got that chemistry with each other. and we're doing it the way we're doing it moving forward, I think the game inside the hip hop culture respects you. You know what I'm saying? Because your professionalism. You know what I'm saying? So they see that. And I'm sure we're making a great 16 chapel for the future, for the rest of
I knew you were telling the truth from the very first interview that we did, because you speak with this conviction. Like, you know how like when they say Tupac rapped, he had this conviction of like he made you believe that he really believed what he was saying.
yeah.
You know, like it's
But
like
they got some good actors out here. They got some
you
great
felt
ones.
yeah, but you felt like what he was saying. So like when I remember when I first interviewed you the first time, I was like, I don't think this guy is lying at all. He seemed too convinced by what he's saying.
But before that, you was getting that I was a liar.
Yeah, from all the
Right, right.
fans, they was like, "Yo, Cuban talk about Joe in every single interview. Why would this guy move on with his life and yada yada and all that stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, he do talk about Joe a lot, huh?" In all these interviews. And I was like, you know,
What up?
and
It's
then
just some
finally when
dramatical shit. Like, look what happened to Puffy after all these years, man.
right,
That's the main topic of conversation is Puffy. It's about Jay-Z now playing with girls that was underage. It's about R. Kelly after all these years getting locked up. It's about fucking, Meech after 27 years, 20 years in jail coming out. Now he's in a former. Oh my God. Like all these stories, there's 20 years to our era. I'm just one of those stories, the fucking realest stories that was never told, really, and given that publicity. If you go back into the DVDs, even they got the beef series, the beef DVDs. You see, they didn't even add me there with me and Joe, and our beef has been one of the realest beefs after the Tupac shit. With big
street beef too.
street beef, they didn't even add us. Why? Well,
And you know they love to talk about street beef in hip hop because then they have more to talk about with the actual stories, right?
Exactly. So I already know the enemy's job all these years was to make them forget about me. You know what I
If
mean?
you're gonna talk about the little shooting at Hot 97 between Game and 50's security or whatever, like how can you not talk about the situation with you and Joe? You
Hell
know?
yeah. Hell yeah. Me and Joe and even other shit. Like I said, stories, like real stories in Miami. How can I be down? In the Connecticut shit, this nigga just tripped and said that shit. But the Connecticut shit with the Terminator, those are real stories. I was the main shit on that. Like,
Right.
like there's a lot of situations that I could go into. But it's like, it's like this fat dude got them shaking in their boots, man. Like the dudes that are the ones that make things move up there, you know. And it should be easier nowadays, There's a lot of people say, "Oh, but nowadays it's easy. All you gotta do is no, it's not that easy. You still gotta get the marketing plan right. You still gotta move with the right people. You get in bed with the right people that's gonna push the product. That's not gonna play games on the top, and what I'm saying, be connected to anybody that's gonna try to hurt your brand. So it's a lot of things. You still gotta get in, you still gotta make the right moves. And it's not like I'm a fucking millionaire, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even with all the millions in the world, you still gotta rock with the right crew. And they'll jerk you. These dudes, you pay them to do a job, and they'll get you caught up in litigations and do the bad job for you, and you have to take them to court. I don't do all that shit. I'm still with the street mentality a little bit. So yeah, it's been hard because of that. But you know, I believe in the music, man. I believe in the people. Uh, I believe in my motives and the reason why I'm doing this still. So it is what it is, man. We got a beautiful story to tell still, man. Like I said, man, ain't nobody gonna tell you a story better about Terror Squad than Cuban Link, boy. Because I'm gonna keep it 1,000, and I'm gonna give the right credit where the right credit is due for the beginning, without making me the star of the show. Without me making the star of the show, I'm a star of the show, but I'm not the star of the show. I believe we all were stars of the show, and that's what Joe doesn't want to put out. Like, he wants to be the only star of the show. And that's why it looks bad for him.